Think installing an invisible zipper is hard? Let me show you how to do it. Very simple and easy. This is my dress that I'm going to construct for you today. And I'm going to put an invisible zipper in this dress. And I will show you how to do it. I'm going to use a 22-inch zipper. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is pin your two back pieces together. And you want to make a mark where you want your zipper to end. So I made a mark at 19 inches because that is where I want my zipper to end. For you, it may be different. From the top of my dress to where I made that 19-inch mark, I'm going to base stitch. And for you to base stitch, just use the largest stitch on your machine. And from where the pin is to the end, I'm going to use a 1-inch seam allowance that I left for my piece. So from where this pin is, where the 19 inches begins, to the end, I'm going to stitch 1-inch seam allowance. So let me show you how to do that. Okay, so we just came up on our 19 inches. So I'm going to now switch to a basting stitch. Make sure you lock back stitch at the beginning and the end to lock that in place. And now we're going to use the largest stitch on our machine. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so now that we have our stitch in place, I'm going to iron. Yes, it's a dirty job, but you have to iron if you want your piece to look professional. So let me do that quickly. Remember that basting stitch that we just put in? I'm going to now take it out. It'll be easy to take that out. This is where it started. Have that indentation for where we just ironed. You're going to take your zipper. This is the right side. This is the wrong side. Okay, so this is the right side of the zipper, and you're going to place that on your fabric. Here's what I want you to do. You see that line? I want you to make sure that your teeth are flush against that line. Remember, we are stitching on this edge. We're not stitching close to the teeth as yet. So let me pin that down, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so now that we have our zipper pinned, I'm going to stitch close to the edge of the zipper on this side. So let's do that now. Okay, so we have stitched down one side. I'm going to do the same for the other side. Okay, so now I'm going to pin that down. Now what I want you to do, you see where your stitch ended on this one? I need you to let your stitch end on the same exact side of the other one. So let me put a mark there so I could know where to end my stitches. So right here, because they have to line up. Okay, so now that we have both stitches in place, I'm going to move on to the next step. I'm going to stitch very close to the teeth, not on it, but close to it. So get as close as you can. While you are stitching, take your fingers and open it up. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but hopefully you can. As you can see, that's the farthest I can get. It won't allow me to go any further because of the zipper. Okay, so let's do the same thing for the other side. We did it. We have now all 2 of our zipper teeth installed. Now you're going to see if your zipper works. So let's see. Voila! This is how it looks on the inside. Let's see how it looks on the outside. Just like the name says, invisible. Invisible. You can't really see it. And that's the purpose of an invisible zipper. Hopefully you could see that. We are now going to finish our facings for the back. And you are going to line it up. Going to go to my machine and I'm going to stitch about a 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to edge stitch. And then there's one more step for the zipper. So let me do that now. Okay, so now that you have edge stitch, we're going to do the final step in our invisible zipper. So you bring that back and you're going to pin this down. Hopefully you could see what I'm doing. Use your zipper foot and you're going to stitch close to your zipper teeth. So I'm going to do that now and then I will show you the final step. What you should have. I'm going to do the same for the other one. That is it for the zipper. So that is it for your zipper. Can you see that?